Hey Herd, it's me, Mama Herd Dog, and I'm here to talk about these teensy tiny little LED balloon lights. And yes, they work great in a balloon, they do their job, but I'm thinking outside of the balloon, if you will, and let's get started. Okay, first let me show you one of these lights up close, and I did turn my ring light off so you would see the glow better. So you're just gonna hold on and you're gonna pull this white tab, and then bada bing bada boom, you've got some light. But if you're frugal, on the frugal side, you can plug it back in and save the battery and save you a couple bucks if that's how you choose to do it. I usually just leave it out and go forth with it because it is a very bright light. The other thing I really love about it, here, I'll pull this one open, and then it's a flat bottom, guys. It's flat. I love that they sit down flat, and that makes them way more versatile than just a round little ball light. So yeah, they do double duty there. They're so helpful. You can use them day. You can use them day or night. They'll be very helpful either or. And then I love them in my purse, and we'll talk about that purse in a minute. But it is like the Mary Poppins purse. I can't see the bottom of it, so. This is great at home or on family trips, or even just coming home from Grandma and Grandpa's house late at night. These will all come in handy there, and I'll share some ideas like that with you right now. So we've got my purse here. I'm gonna move you up, and then you can see there's two aglow in here, and it lights it up really well, I think. Not as bright as the sun, but pretty useful still. Okay, so let's look at my purse. And I used to be this person who would stress out about having left their phone like in a restaurant or a store or a movie theater. And I'd look and I'd look and I'd look and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't find it anywhere. And then I decided along the line, I had this idea to put them in here so I could see, especially with this purse. This purse was the inspiration that I needed to do this. And I would always panic, like, where's my phone? Where's my phone? But once I put these little lights in, I could always see my phone. I knew what was what in my purse. Here is a scrunchie, another scrunchie, wet wipes are down there. I got my Altoids, and I got my little liquid Band-Aid. And over here, it's very bright. I can see my pen and my nail file and my lotion and my hairbrush. You can see all of it really well in here, and it just helps you so much. Sometimes I really think it's like I could reach my arm all the way down like Mary Poppins did, but it solves the problem of not being able to see anything and not freaking out about if you have a phone or not in your purse. And again, you could use this in your purse, in your diaper bag, your book bag, and that absolutely works, and I'm going to show you right now. Okay, here's the inside of one of my pockets of my book bags, and I have a bunch of little lights in here so I can see my little fidget toy for my kids and for me. I love it. I can see this little this big plastic straw I grabbed just in case you're in a situation where there's none, and I can see my pencil and tattoos apparently. And you can just see everything so nicely. And again, if you can't see something, you just pick one of these up and use it as a flashlight to see, like there I can see that's my little barf bag and my pens. You can use it, and honestly, it was illuminated by the one down here too. You can see I got a piece of candy there that definitely blended in. Very helpful. And I'll show you this little pocket. You can see it's bright. I can see my ring in there, which is great. I know now where my ring is. And then we got this here. It's all illuminated. You can see, oh, here's my pen, here's my pencil, here's my ring that I was looking for, and you can see everything else that's in here. It's just great. It's just so helpful. It's handy, and they last for a super duper duper long time. I packed these guys 18 days ago. They still are glowing. Actually, yes, they are in here, so I'm gonna show you. So there you go. So you can see there's still a glow, and that lasted 18 days. And now, yes, this is not as bright, but first 10 days, perfection. So helpful to have. I forgot to mention this other thing that I really love. I love how bright they are, like I said, but I love that they don't flicker, that they're a steady light, because when we were on vacation, I tried using this, but it was too distracting for my 6-year-old, and it wasn't calming like it would normally be. It was flashing on the ceiling and everything, and then I decided to use these, line them up by the TV as a little night light. That's definitely one way you can do it. One thing you can do as well, you can do these, like it could be at your home or it could be in a hotel room. You could put these along the doorway on either side of your bathroom door, and that helps kids get to the bathroom and see easier. It helps you get to the bathroom and you can see it easier, and it also doubles as a nightlight. Also, I use these and I line them up in the bathroom sink, so you've got your sink here and your soap there, so I would line it up around so everything was illuminated there. So this would be by the soap, and this is around the sink and in the bathroom, and that would help whoever's going to the bathroom not get too shook awake by a bright, blinding bathroom light. They have enough to see to go to the restroom, and then they have enough to see where the sink and the soap is. Can't forget about that. For a car ride, these are awesome too, because sometimes you're driving in the dark. It just happens. You could keep these on the floor so they could still see, had their nightlight in the car, but it was not distracting to the driver or anybody who's asleep as well in the car. Like I said, you can put it on the floor, or teenagers, preteens, whoever's still awake could take a bunch of them and put them in the cup holder, and that would be nice enough. It would shed enough light that you'd be able to read if you put your book over here. So these were in front. You can pick it up and you can use it as a flashlight too, and that's very helpful. Also, these are great for places like Disney World or Disneyland. I brought lights similar to this and some other lights when we went to Disney World when it was just my 2 oldest, and we used it on the People Mover because there's a little bit of it that's in the dark, and my kids were scared of the dark. If you have little kids, don't give them this light to hold on to while you're on the rides and stuff. Instead, you hold on to it so they feel comforted, because they know the light means they're grown up, and then they're much more likely to be able to calm down a little bit, and you're not really disturbing people with this light. And always you can just point it down. Instead, you can hold it like this so they can see your hand or their hand. There are many more ways that you can use this. It's endless in your house, on vacation. Like a couple other ones would be my linen closet doesn't have lights in it, so if I leave a couple of sprinkled around on the shelves, I got a little bit of light to let me be able to see the shelves so I can see what's on there. It could also work in like your clothing closet. You could line it up, and it could be used anywhere. Honestly, truly, it is so bright and it lasts so long. It is worth the money, and it absolutely is a steal of a deal because you get 100 of these. It's only $9.98 on Amazon right now. I've always been happy with the seller, so I'll do is I'll leave a link to these. I can put it in the descriptions or the first comment. Feel free to ask me any questions, or if you have any suggestions on how you could use these, that would be awesome. But for now, I'll say thank you for stopping by. Thank you for spending this time with me. And hopefully you're going to decide to be a part of our herd. That would be so great. We would welcome you with open arms. That'll do, friends. That'll do.